All right, and the no, I don't like that. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Barry Darius
and Esther Darius, and this is B&E's House, where we establish fun, fulfillment, and foundation in your life and marriage. And today, what are we talking about, babe?
So today we're going to talk about how long is too long before thinking about getting engaged.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I know this is a very, difficult question for a lot of people.
Right.
Kind of make your back tight a little bit, but we gotta address it.
All right, we really do. If you are in a relationship and you're trying to figure out where that relationship is going, and if you've been in it too long and you're trying to figure out if marriage is even on the horizon, this video is for you. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, and you will get notified about everything B&E House related. So today, let's get started. So we went and we asked some of our friends, how long is too long? And we did a survey, and we're about to tell you what it is. All right.
Yep.
So we asked a couple of months and a couple of years. And so here what it is. Is 6 months too long? Is 1 year too long? Is 2 years too long?
It's about right.
Is 3 to 4 years too long? Or 5 years too long?
I don't know.
So I don't know where you are in your relationship, but if you're in that range, listen up. So survey says 34.2% people believe that 3 to 4 years is way too long to be in a relationship, and you don't get that ring yet. They don't want to do it.
Okay, so
they do not want to do it.
What you're saying is they're saying 3 to 4 years is like the cutoff time.
Yep.
Before, what are we doing?
Exactly.
Okay.
2 years and some change. That's what I'm saying. 2 years and some change. That means we probably should have talked about the future.
Okay.
We need to be working towards the future.
Now, what did they say about 2 years? Was that way far off?
26.3%. So it's right behind. It's in the back door.
Okay.
So there are some people who still believe that, but I think the number one thing is we cannot be in this relationship more than 3 years.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Period.
Okay. I mean, I guess when we approach this topic, though, we have to approach it with dating with a purpose,
right?
And dating with the mindset that marriage is on the horizon.
Yep,
right?
That's true.
Because I was talking to one of somebody I know, and they mentioned the fact that to ask this question, if somebody is thinking about marriage,
right?
Then you definitely want to be able to have that conversation.
That's true.
If somebody does not want to get married and they just kind of want to date forever,
right.
One eternity later.
Right.
Then that's
just shack up.
That's not somebody that you really ask a question to.
Right. So if you know you are not looking to be married, this video is not for you. It's understandable.
Right. Yeah.
But
exactly.
if you know you want to get married, this is for you. This is what we're talking about.
Right.
So in our relationship, we were dating for about 3 years. Did we hit the 3 year mark?
Yep, 3 years.
Just about 3 years, and that's when you proposed to me.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie. I was a little skeptical if he was gonna ask, so I definitely am in that 2 year and some change group.
I mean,
because I'm trying to figure out, ladies, you with me? What are you doing?
I mean, our situation was a little different.
What are you doing?
Our situation was a little different because we both started dating right when we entered grad school.
Right. Okay.
So, we went to grad school for about 2 years, and after that, I got a little job, and I wanted to be a little bit more established.
I understand
financially,
that.
especially before we, took that next step. So our situation was a little different.
That's what you say, but I'm gonna say this, and this is what a lot of ladies are thinking. Okay. Just because you get engaged does not mean we're going to get married tomorrow. So I just want to know that if you for real about our relationship, you would have put a ring on it to solidify to the world you don't want anyone else to take her.
I feel you, but then there are some people.
But you did not do that.
But there are some people
Until
who,
later.
as soon as they get engaged,
later.
they want to get married like right away.
Come to me!
No.
Okay, that's a whole nother topic. You right. That's a whole nother topic, okay?
We don't want to set ourselves up.
No.
Oh, come on, man.
We can't help those people, but I'm talking about the ones who are like, that's what the conversation's for. The ones who are like, bae, you the one.
Okay.
And I don't want no one to snatch you up.
I mean, we kind of say that when we ask you out in the first place.
No. Okay, question for the guys. Do you know once you meet the girl that she is the one?
I mean, it doesn't take us long, I'll say that. You know, probably within the first like 6 months or so, we pretty much know. From then on, then it's like, okay, am I making the right decision?
Right.
And then you start planning out and stuff like that. So, no, it typically does not take
Exactly.
long.
So someone literally wrote in here when we were asking the questions that you do not need 2 years to know that you're gonna marry me. I'm sorry. Like, guys, y'all probably be looking at me like, she tripping, you don't know, blah, 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 whatever. But I feel like if you know, you know. Don't be wasting my time. Well, that's not for you, babe.
Well, but here's the
else.
thing though. Like, I feel as though sometimes you want to at least, this is me personally, you want to at least get out of that, you know, honeymoon phase.
Right.
Because what happens is, you know, a lot of people, they start dating and they're like, oh, I want to marry you, I want to marry you. And then they get married, they get engaged on that honeymoon phase and they kind of overlook all the potential barriers that might, you know, mess up the relationship. So for me, I feel as though, you know, 2-3 years is not too long at all. I feel like it's just about the time, because for me, I feel like a person can lie to you for a whole year.
That's true.
You know,
you're right. You're right.
To you for a whole year, and then the second year is like,
that's true.
You know, you're adjusting to the person's, you know, habits and idiosyncrasies and stuff like that, and then like solidifying, like, this is who that person is. You know, this is me personally. So, you know, that's just how I feel.
All right, so with that being said, we went ahead and we asked some more questions, and now we're going to figure out what are some signs that your relationship is going nowhere, okay? So you're sitting there, you're trying to figure out, are we gonna get married? Listen to these to find out if you are in the running. I'm sorry.
Right.
All right, number one, we don't discuss the future. There's a lack of communication. We don't agree mutually on marriage. Do you have anything to say about that, babe?
No, that's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, there's just a lot of couples who don't even discuss the future. They're just kind of like...
just dating.
Yeah, they're just, you know, just chilling, relaxing, you know.
Sorry, sign number one. The next sign is neither partner is sure of what they want.
I feel as though that's a big issue for a lot of couples. Like, no one really knows what they want, or one person does and the other person doesn't.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
Or both people know what they want, but it's like completely different.
That's,
you know.
You guys,
please,
that's why the one where it says lack of communication, you have to be communicating to know that we both want the same things.
You gotta communicate.
Right. Third thing, we don't share the same values, long-term goals, and we are unequally yoked. Now, I have something to say about that.
What you got to say?
Our core values are things that we don't deviate from.
Right.
So if we cannot work that out and we don't share the same, that means forever on, moving on forward in the relationship, we're going to clash, period. And I think that's why it's so important for us to talk about that early on.
Right. I mean, even as far as unequally yoked, right? I mean, I could go into a deep discussion about unequally yoked, what it means.
Yeah.
But it essentially means that two people going in the opposite direction.
Exactly.
Right? Two people are just not meshing well. They're just not sticking well together. I mean, two people could have the same belief in something, but have totally different core values
and principles that they
you know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you're at least going in the same direction and have the same mindset.
For real. The next one is there is no growth in the relationship. All right, so if you've been in the same spot in your relationship and where you are and that person are exactly the same as when y'all got together, I feel like that's a red flag.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely want to make sure that you both are growing, both mentally, spiritually, you know, physically. Like, are y'all getting fit? You know what I'm saying?
Is the other one gaining weight?
Nobody wants to talk about that, you know. But yeah, you definitely want to make sure that there is some level of growth. You know, have your perspectives change. You know,
oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Right? Yeah. You know, so you definitely want to make sure that you have growth.
Exactly. All right. The next one is repetitive cycles and needs are not being met. You're not meeting my needs.
Cycles. Cycles.
I'm not going. So here's the thing. Sometimes we can be in cycles and don't even realize it. You argue, get back together, argue. We never actually resolve nothing, and it just keeps happening over and over and over.
And over and over again. That's your insanity.
Oh, come on now.
Insane.
Yeah, when you assume something is going to change even though you know it's repetitive, that's insanity.
Come on now, don't put yourselves in cycles. Number 6, constant arguing and drama, overall toxicity.
People like toxic relationships. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Some people, sorry guys, some people.
I'm trying to understand it.
I think sometimes it's like when you make the person's blood boil, they feel like that's love. They feel like that's the intensity. They think that's passion. So sometimes you're thinking that you're in passion when really you're in toxicity. Okay?
Right.
That relationship ain't going nowhere. That person is just making you hot.
Say a
For
little
my Haitian people, I felt shook.
Say a little louder for the ones in the back. Come on.
It's not good, guys. And you can get the last one, babe.
Number 7, assuming not receiving straight answers. Stop going around in circles. You know what I'm saying? Men, be straightforward with your answers. Women, you know, stop manipulating the situation.
There are some good liars out there, though.
What?
Hey, remember on Married at First Sight? That one guy? Oh my gosh, no straight answers.
There are some pathological liars out there, and you got to know from the get-go. Like,
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but honestly, y'all really have to figure out how to get clear answers from your spouses. Or sorry, the people that you're in a relationship with.
Right.
You have to get those clear answers. If you feel like they went in circles and you're just like, oh, they kind of answered it. No, they didn't answer it.
Communication
is key.
Communication
is
Come on
key.
Now.
All right, so after you hearing some of these signs, I hope that was helpful to you, and I hope that it's helping you learn and figure out what you need to do. Here are some questions that we think you should have asked by now in your relationship.
Right.
And they're not just questions that we put down, and honestly, all of these came from the survey. Right. So listen up, and here are some things that you should have asked by now. Go ahead.
Number 1, and remember, these aren't just like the only questions.
Yeah, just a few.
You got to think of it in categories as well. And one of the categories is looking into the future. So number 1 is, where do you see us in 5 years? Where are we going?
That's a good question.
Right?
I'm so sorry, babe. I know I have to be quick. Guys, when a woman asks this question, it's because she's looking for you to lead her. And if she's going to submit under you for her to follow you, know where you're going.
Know where you're going.
Thank you.
Know where you're going.
Okay.
You wouldn't just jump on an airplane, you know, just not know where your destination is.
Right.
That's a waste of money. That's a waste of time.
Thank you, baby.
So number 2, how long do you plan on staying at your job? And how are we going to do our finances together? Are we going to get a joint account? You know, who's going to be the one doing the finances? And it isn't always the guy. You know, sometimes in some relationships, the woman is the one that's doing the finances, right? So you want to be able to know those questions.
You do need to ask that question because people do their finances differently. The same.
Very
Some people don't have a budget.
Bruh.
Number 3, do you want children? How many? Do you want all boys? Do you want all girls?
Is that really your choice?
I mean,
do you? I'm sorry.
Right. I mean, I heard there's ways that you could, you know, try to get girls, boys, twins, whatever.
Oh.
Do you want to adopt? Right.
That's
you
good.
know, there's a lot of people who, you know, they definitely want to be able to do that. They want to adopt children.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. There are some people who they're philanthropic, right? They don't really want children of their own, but they want to adopt children.
Yeah,
right?
or foster them.
Right. So you definitely want to know that about the person that you're in the relationship with. So that's definitely something that you definitely need to know.
Yeah.
You can get the last one.
Okay. Actually, it's 2 more. So, what is your medical history? The self-explanatory, very important. Don't go into a relationship assuming. You just don't know what people have gone through.
Right.
And the last one is location. Where will we live? And do you want to be close to family or far away? I know that's probably funny because some people are like, far away, man. I'm trying to get away from my parents.
What?
But not everybody's like that. Some people love their family, want their family help, and need their help.
And some people want to be in the middle, you know, like just kind of compromise. We don't got to be too far, but we ain't trying to be next door either.
Exactly.
You know
So, yeah, and these are the questions that we think you should have asked by now. This is so important, guys.
Yeah.
I really hope that you're gaining or will gain something from this topic and this segment because time is of the essence. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely don't want you definitely don't want to rush into anything.
Yes, that's true.
But you definitely want to know, like, okay, well, what are we going to do? Because there are certain people, both men and women, who are trying to think like, okay, well, I got into this relationship because I was thinking about the future with you.
Right.
Are you thinking the same thing?
True.
So you definitely want to have that discussion.
All right, guys. So that's all we have today.
Yep.
I hope you know how long you're about to be in your relationship. I hope that you guys talk about it. And of course, like we said before, this is just what we think, you know, and this is what other people around us think. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let us know. So continue to subscribe and be a part of the B&E House family. And we are going to see you in the next video.
All right. See you guys later.
Peace
Till
out.
next time.
All right.
Peace.
Bye. Oh yeah, we forgot. We took a questionnaire when we were dating, and it was called 100 questions that you should ask. And it was so beneficial to us. It had different categories. So we want that to be beneficial to you as well. So what we'll do is that we'll put the link in the description, and we want you guys to take it and take it serious and really ask the hard questions. So
definitely do it.
Yeah, so go ahead, get that link, go ahead and download it and work on it together.
Yep. And subscribe.
And subscribe.
All right.
That's it.
Peace.